Anita, what's up? Hi, how are you? Hey, y'all. Mm, mentions.
Things humans were never meant to see. Man transforms into real werewolf. I'm just reflecting. I'm 18 years old.
Who's this?
Hello Kenyans, Steve Mbogo here. Now today I want us to discuss a pertinent issue, and it's an issue being discussed all over the country, but no one is asking himself or herself the simplest questions in life. Today in this country we're seeing the existence of tall human beings, or rather giants, that appear to have appeared from nowhere. And hello Kenyans, Steve Mbogo here. Now today I want us to discuss. And from America to the motherland, with the tallest man in the motherland. Yo, Bradley, introduce yourself, man.
My name is Bradley from Kenya.
So, listen, Bradley, I got a question for you, man.
Bradley, definitely
What
a
is
giant.
a dream that you want to come true?
Or
My dream want to come in US. I want to meet President of US, Mr. Trump.
Definitely. So,
you want to
Bradley,
meet
you want
Trump?
to meet the president of U.S., Mr. Trump. Let
Definitely,
me ask you a question. If you
definitely
had
come
an
from the giant
opportunity
race. Look at his
to be a
like
security guard for Trump,
frontal
would you take
lobe.
that opportunity?
In US, I want to go to play basketball or be to be to bodyguard for Trump.
And from America.
Wow. Thanks, friend.
7'7" Robert Bobroxy went viral back in 2017 for being one of the tallest basketball players in the world. But fast forward to now, and he's actually become an actor in the movie Alien Romulus. He stars as one of the aliens, and the combination of him and his costume design was so good that he barely even needed any CGI. Although his basketball career didn't go as far as he wanted it to, he might have just found his this alien offspring from Alien Romulus is.
Wow, they're everywhere. The creatures everywhere. What is she? It's crazy. Look. What is she, y'all?
I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me. And they have something I could never have. In ancient times, when giants walked the land, fallen angels descended.
He has two sets of teeth.
They saw the
Two.
daughters of men, took them as their own. From this union, Nephilim were born their power.
Man,
These mighty beings
what's
spread devotion
up?
far and wide. Taught forbidden
Deep
knowledge, led men
Pack,
to
what's
pride.
up?
The world was filled with violence.
This is crazy.
Why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar? Because I never wanted to. Why didn't you tell us you were
Oh,
the Avatar?
sorry.
Why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar? Because I never wanted to be.
Every day the Fire Nation takes lives. People are dying, Aang. You can end it.
And how am I going to do that?
What are they? There's a bunch of them on here. What are they? You guys love putting me down a rabbit hole. Love it. I'm a down enough. What is this?
Family have a few more fingers crossed than others. 14 members of the De Silva family who live near Brasilia were born with 6 fingers on each hand.
6 fingers. I heard about the people with 6 fingers. Lord, 6 fingers and 6 toes.
On each foot. The extra digits are caused by a rare genetic condition called polydactyly.
A rare genetic condition. Y'all don't know. Shut up.
Exactly the same as the others. The De Silvas are proud of their extra digits.
Yeah, God made them that way.
The Brazilian national team win a 6th World
I'm
Cup
talking
title.
about it's a genetic.
Yes, of course, because we're giving so much energy for Brazil to win the cup, and I believe this energy will flow onto the pitch, and they will play really well and win their 6th
So much for
World Cup.
Brazil. What's up, Jaden?
The family have received lots of positive media attention after they announced their intentions to support Brazil with their...
Very interesting.
I think it's good because my hand's bigger than other hands, and I have a better grip. I can hold the ball much better than people with 5 fingers. Well, it's always
This is
difficult
crazy.
for me to make gloves. So sometimes I have to buy 2 gloves, cut one finger from the glove, put in another.
Ancient times, when giants walked the land, fallen angels descended, defying God's command.
If Bradley in Kenya can get a girlfriend, Bradley, the giant that came out of the bushes in Kenya, he had no ID, he had no shoes, he was wearing cut up tires on his feet because there was no shoes. Bradley had never seen the normal food that the people in Kenya were eating. No matter how Kenyans come here and lie, I will just tell you to keep quiet because we have all watched the evolution of Bradley and Jacob out of the forest, out of the hills. He came with absolutely no documents. All the Kenyans know that they have their documents. They have their birth certificates. They have their school certificates. All of these things were hastily put together for Bradley in the last 12 months. Now the ignorant women of Kenya are flying back Bradley to Dubai to sleep with him. Bradley does not lack girlfriends. Every time you see him in the clip, he's with a new woman. They gather around him. They surround him. They take him to schools. He's like the hottest new thing that the ignorance of Kenya have ever seen before in their lives. I don't care if you're offended. You lack wisdom. You absolutely lack wisdom. In Africa, you actually think that it has to come out with red eyes and horns in order to be scary. It will come out smooth skin.
Smooth skin.
And beautiful, just like you.
Right.
Go and watch the prophecy that is called Ancient Africans, Ancient Aliens in Africa, because that is one of the prophecies that came to my mind when I was writing what God said. Just a moment, please.
That's
There's
crazy.
2 Nephilim in Kenya that look so similar in etymology. Their face shape, their skull shape.
Look at him. Came out the bush in Kenya. They don't know where he came from. We're just now in civilization. Lord.
My name is Gabriela Lopez. I am a nurse, and for 10 years I worked for Transigen Research in Mexico City. Transigen is owned by an American company. What I am about to show you is illegal in the U.S. and Canada.
Thank you.
They told us
Thank you.
we were part of a pharmaceutical
I ID you for truth.
These children were born in Transigen. They were born here and have never left.
They
They have
weren't
never
born
seen
there.
the sun or the ocean, rain or snow, or any of God's creatures. They have no birth certificates, no names, besides the ones we have given them.
Wow. Wow.
They saw.
Wow.
You never change your mind.
What are these?
You have said it.
I just got like 20 videos of these creature like people. What are they, y'all?
You never change your mind. If you have said it, you will surely.
I like video of like 20 different videos of them. What are they? What? How do you send a message? I'm like not good at this app still. I'm still trying to learn it, y'all. Okay. Well, I just followed, so.
If you met and became friends with a vampire, what would you ask them? Well, you guys have been on this journey with me, and you know that Senora M and the Zir Namtar are fascinating. I am learning so much. It's kind of blowing my mind. I got to be honest, I have my own personal belief system, and I'm not really sure how connected all this is, but if there's one thing that I do know,
Hi, Logan.
we've not been told the truth about history. I'm pretty sure all of us can agree on
They
that.
lied down to us about history. I'm so sick of them.
The kingdoms in charge, the leaders,
Everything. Lie, 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 lie,
they
lie.
don't want us to know. Either that or they don't know. But even if you just went from the library in Alexandria that was destroyed, there was so much knowledge and information there that was wiped out.
The Catholic Church got a library,
I'm coming at this from the
cathedrals.
perspective of somebody who's fascinated with history.
There's
And I
libraries
can't lie,
with books
somebody
on
who's fascinated
chains
with
still.
things paranormal. So Senor M has been extremely generous with his time. So I only met with him in person for a few hours, maybe 3, 4, I can't remember. Took a lot of notes. He asked me to. I always carry journals with me pretty much everywhere I go. But he also had some paper there. I guess vampires have paper. And so I wrote a bunch of stuff.
It is so crazy.
I've been telling you guys, vampires are real. Okay, I've been saying this. I just finished the entire series of Rich B, okay, where he's come across this mysterious person named Signore M, Signore Moretti, okay? And what blew my mind was toward the end. Now, in part 6 of the series, you can see that this gentleman, Rich, knocked on a door and he was visibly upset. He showed his face, visibly upset. He was scared, okay? Grown-ass man, ready to end his series on vampires. And then he releases a few parts after that where he meets...
I finally saw your video about the family of the world. It's just not black and white. I believe it's not black and white. And I was trying to tell everybody they hide everything in myth and lore. They think it's funny, you know? It's just easier to do that, to do it on social media and make it almost like a stunt. But you know, people that's like serious but pretend they're joking, but there's a little bit of truth in it, kind of like that.
Signs an NDA with him, and then the first question he asks this guy, this vampire, is, are vampires real? And he says exactly what I've been telling you guys. Vampire, the name, is not, but the bloodlines
Yes,
are.
mermaids, everything.
Vampire comes
There's evidence of all of that going on,
which
like
means watchers.
research evidence. There's tons of articles, tons of different sightings. There's a lot going on. Thank you.
Overlords. I've been saying this. Fallen ones. And Senora M continues on the same thing I was saying. They are old. They have lived in histories long forgotten to us, long before written word. Okay? Fallen angels, Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them, existed mixed with men. I've said this to you guys. And they're sitting here living their life, and they're protected by societies all around the world. Okay, and I've told you they're hunted down. And the reason why no one listens is because myth is seen as folk tale, folklore, a wives' tale, stuff you tell children before bedtime.
Exactly what he's saying. Myth, always, you're never gonna, like, the world's never gonna believe something that is like we created, that is a myth. But the issue is, where did these myths come from? Like, they all couldn't just come from nowhere, you know? And there's no originator of these stories. There's nobody that started them, created these creatures. We know we can know every Marvel character and their creator. We don't know none of these creatures and their creator, because they weren't created by us.
Not seen as how our ancestors saw it, as a hyper.
And our ancestors drew them on the walls of caves, ancient pyramids. Come on, books.
Those times, the reality of
in the Bible,
the magic, the different beings that were existing amongst us.
The Book of Enoch.
They exist.
Start there if you haven't read it.
They are real. And they're not what all this media.
I was telling them, I said, I don't think people understand our little Western Bible has 66 Bibles. The Ethiopian Bible has 88 books. So all those were snatched out because they're telling us too much about what we need to know or what we should to know. So yeah, definitely, if you could get that book in your language, go and grab it and read those books they left out purposely, that they try to hide from y'all. Of course, they don't want us to know, because we realize they're really not in power, they're really not in control, and they can't tell us shit at that point what to do. But most of us know that, but the whole world doesn't know that. That's what it's like. The world is never gonna believe in these creatures, or it'll shift the dynamic of everything.
I've been telling you guys, upir, okay, which means vampires real. And he says, watchers, overlords. I've been continues on the same, okay, fallen angels, Anunnaki, whatever you want. The reason why no one listens is because myth is seen as folk tale.
He's a content creator that my followers sent me his video.
A wives' tale, stuff you tell children before bedtime.
Cause I think besides Rich, I'm the only one like in contact with Rich and Senora M. So
hyper truth, capturing those times, the reality of those times, the magic, the different beings that were existing.
Yes, y'all. Senora M watches me and sees my content.
Exist, okay?
Especially while I'm respectful in my videos. Not like I wouldn't be, but I'm saying.
What we've been taught.
I'd be extra careful how I talk.
Yuri M says the same thing. It's a joke. I've never met these people, don't know who they are, but how is it this person who's all the way in
I feel like I put
Senora
and it's Senore, but it's okay.
The same thing. Same exact
I can't
thing.
change it now.
They
all the
are
videos
race,
say the same thing on top of it. I think it says Senora.
Wanting to be left alone. Okay? But apparently
Senora
M says few of them are bored and they want to come out.
I just correct it
and share
moving
the truth
forward.
Of their existence. With some NDAs involved on what can and cannot be said. But
hello to Senora
M. Exist amongst us, and
he's not in the live,
watching
y'all.
our social media, apparently.
He's not in the chat.
I've said this. There you go.
He's just scrolling. He's watching.
Has said it.
Or never know. He might have somebody from his team watching the live. Who knows? Yeah.
I've been telling.
Let me go to Rich's page because I want to see. Rich been putting out the content too. Rich been eating lately. Signore. Signore. I definitely. Y'all didn't even tell me. Hold on. I really think I put Senora. Yeah, Senora, 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 Senora. I don't think he minds. But moving forward, I gotta put the E. What the hell? When did I do that? When did I start changing that? I've been saying it since part 10. It is now part 15 in the Senora M saga on my page, and I just realized I was writing Senora. Damn, guys. I did not know. Nobody told me. Okay, well, we're only, humanoid. We make mistakes. So yeah. Ugh. Absolutely. Okay, I think I responded to all the mentions. Senore. I'm gonna turn my video down because I don't care to hear mine again. Somebody hearing my own voice over and over is like, bleh. Rich talk about thank you for sending your followers over. I know y'all wasn't. I hope y'all wasn't over there. My followers harassing Rich. Does the family know you posted about them? I they didn't respond. Nick didn't respond, but I'm sure they probably seen it. It's really hard, like in the supernatural creator world, not to see another supernatural video if they talking about you, because TikTok is messy. They'll just put it right up on their feed. Um, that's how um, that's how Rich saw my video. So they probably saw it, and it has I don't know, it has like 30K views, maybe or maybe more right now. I don't know, but I really don't know. I'm really not concerned if they seen it. I see myself as a regular person, just like everybody else, and I'm just reporting back to y'all. So I just happen to be doing content creator form. So everybody else is on his page seeing it. So I'm just coming back here, running over here to tell y'all what I seen. I give everybody credit. So I'm like, hey, you can go and see it yourself if you want. Yes, reporting and recap. I am the supernatural, paranormal, and cryptid reporter, Cube Oxley, Cube of the Lore, and this is Forbidden Lore reporting for duty. I've seen their videos. Yeah, I don't know what to call it because I don't know. Nick plays a lot. Like what I'm getting from his personality, like he likes to play a lot. He's playful. He's funny. Clearly, he has his 60-something-year-old dad doing the most ridiculous videos. And I'm like, my dad would never do these videos, but Also, if you live for a long time, wouldn't you want to like have fun and like not take life so seriously? I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know what to call it because one day Nick say, "Oh, it's fake. I'm playing," and then it say, "No, I'm." But I think that's the universal law. He can't like 100. He can't confirm or deny. It's like an NDA. Yeah, I don't know about Nick, but I'm just reporting back to you guys to see what y'all think because 2025 has been crazy, and y'all, I've literally just started doing this content in 2025, so like I haven't even been doing this a year yet, nowhere near. So it's crazy. So I'm thankful for you guys to be here with me. I'm just curious, and so are you. The world is a wild place, and I'm curious. Thanks, folks. I'm just curious, and so are you. The world is a wild place, and I'm curious. Thanks, folks. What is this? Senor M's burner account? Y'all heard that response? First of all, the account is named Senora Milagros, and it's saying, I'm just curious, and so are you. The world is a wild place, and I'm curious. Thanks, folks. And he really talks in like code. People out here talking about giants, etc. TikTok is definitely wild. That's why they were trying to shut this shit down, shut this app down because we were talking too much, we were telling too much. Definitely, yeah, a lot of giants going on. I've seen too many. I did a I don't know if you've seen that. I have a giant video up there. I didn't start a giant series yet. Might start one soon, but there's a lot on them. They're coming out. The government, got into it. One of them, so and it's kind of public in a public way. And I just went through the one in Kenya that just came out. The damn woods in the bush without any information. Yes, it's a lot going on. Yes, a red-headed giant that unalived one of the military soldiers, and they sent down backup um to basically go get it. And the soldiers now it's like haunting them to this day. And they didn't feel right to lie to the other families that were unalived. The other soldiers that were unalive, they were lying. They felt bad to lie to their families and say, because the government like brought up some ridiculous, oh, they passed away during an explosion or some lie like that, and they just felt bad to keep lying to those families of their friends, and I would feel the same exact way. Those soldiers do become close and become friends, so they started telling the tea. Like, no, it wasn't no accident. We seen some big ass uh 10, 15 feet man come out with red long hair, throwing a spear out the cave, then running back to go get this spear. Yeah, no. Not cave, but door to mountain. Right. The mountains, I don't even trust mountains. Like, what are they? Who put them there? What do they hold? Like, there's so much that we don't understand. There's some pyramids in mountains. Like, what exactly are mountains? Like, I don't. Something else is going on with them. Something else. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna say, I thank you, friend. I appreciate. I don't know if this is Senor AM. I'm gonna pay attention to this account, but they message commented before and said something super cryptic. So I'm not commenting anymore. Don't need the heat from anyone watching. Mind my own business. No, we just mind our own business, friend. We're not going outside getting active. We're not in nobody's business. We're just reporters. Uh, I love following this series. You're an incredible storyteller, by the way. I love the passion you have for sending much love. Uh I appreciate that so much. Thank you, love. You guys are sweet. Why is TikTok trying to put extra words? I think this is the same message my mom always said. Moderation in all things is key. The balance, the between balance. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Don't don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Did you guys see my last recent videos for my thank you, I appreciate it. But my message I posted about Senor M, the message he sent me from Rich. What is this? Is this a steak? What is wrong? Why this guy post a picture in the comments of a piece of broken wood? I said, did he create his own steak? I love my community. Y'all are hilarious. What? The internet is undefeated still. Like what? Yes, block, block, block the haters. Okay. Okay, so if you watch their content and they're trying to promote their music, they clearly are not vampires. Who says not? A lot of entities and creatures in the music industry. I work in it. That's what you guys need to understand. This is almost a silly comment to me. So let me read it to you guys. She said, "Okay, so if you watch their content, they are trying to promote music. They are clearly not vampires. Music industry in Hollywood? Are you kidding me? It's the biggest place to have the most creatures and entities, and they're always trying to promote their stuff to promote agenda. A song is gonna have their spells or have them, have feeling a certain type of way. What? This is like the craziest comment ever because you guys know that Beyonce is a witch. Y'all know that, right? Like it's clear. She shows it. She tells it. She prays to Oshun. She wears yellow. You know, she prays to a water god. Summer Walker is music industry is yes. They sell their souls. That's what I'm like. What? I feel like blocking this lady, no key, like a lot, like, and not because like she's not being rude or disrespectful. It's just like, I just want my community to be on the same frequency as me, and she's very much under us. She said that everybody knows Holly Weird. Everybody's heard of Illuminati. Everybody's heard of that. Yes, I see Madonna in concert last December. Definitely Illuminati. Yes, exactly. So why would she think there's no creatures and entities in the music industry? That's where the most of the negative and the low vibrational and evil creatures are. I work in the music industry, y'all. If you go to my IG, you will see my resume. You will understand why I'm turning into being a content creator, why I'm becoming into this kind of content creator. I've worked with Kanye West, toured with Rick Ross, Little Kim, DJ Drama, Fabulous, Gucci Mane. I've done Walmart commercials for Kaleidoscope, Chase Banks, Delta Airlines. Um, yeah, I've I've done my fair a lot in the music industry. Worked with a lot of record labels. So there's a reason that I know a lot of stuff. I've seen, heard. Appreciate you. Thank you, baby, joining my team. Thank you, Amy. I've seen and a lot of her and I have a lot of experiences. And I'm gonna be getting into more of that. Because I was so it's hard to even explain, but I don't know. I don't know. I've told one experience, but a lot of them, like, I don't know, they drain me or they make me feel some type of way to speak about them. But I just feel like people have similar encounters and, they want to talk about them or they want to know mine. So I'm going to start talking to you guys about my own encounters, you know, instead of just reporting. I'm going to be giving y'all my own interview. We all know who Sasha is. Exactly. So this lady's saying, like, they're not monsters because they're promoting music. That's what the monsters do. Promote their shit. What? So they can still have those prayers and those worshipers. That's why I always tell people I don't have fans. People like, if anybody be like, oh, I'm your biggest fan. I love it. No, 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 no. I don't have fans. I have supporters. I don't have fans. I tell them I correct everybody every time. If you guys ever notice me, have you ever noticed anybody saying that in the comments? Please correct them. I don't play that fan energy because we know what fans are and we know what they do. So, and they know what they're here for. And I don't have that. My people are supporters. They're like-minded people like me. We're in the same type of frequency, and and I'm good there. I don't need no occult following that. I tell you guys to drink this, you gonna drink that. This ain't Jim Jones. What? You're not drinking no Kool-Aid. I hate the word idol too. Yes, like, even though the show American Idol, like, doesn't this the words American Idol just doesn't sit well with me ever. Like, no, why do you idolize somebody? I don't idolize anybody in the world. The person I look up to the most is my dad. My daddy. So that's just that. Hey Rod, what's up? I look up to dad and God. Jesus Christ. Those the three up there. Top three for me. Yes, I remember Jim Jones. So Jim Jones had fans, a cult following, and he was an idol. Don't put me in the leaks with those people. I'm a content creator. I am just a content creator and I'm a streamer. Yeah, I stream. I do content. Don't be putting that energy over here on me. No. Thank you, Rod. They don't know that when God comes down, they will be sorry. Exactly, and take all their wealth and their power. You are false idols. Y'all is claiming stuff you should not be claiming. And like, they be using a lot of God language. Have you seen that? Like, they use, like, I see somebody say, like, rich God, swag God, drip God, or they'll call themselves demons. The verbiage is very strange nowadays. Demons, the word is dying down a little bit, but they used to, like, I feel like 2022, 2023, all the young kids will call themselves a demon, and every song said they're a demon. I'm a demon. She's a demon. We on demon time. Remember demon time? I was never part of that. I'm not trying to be on nothing demon time, demon acting, demon looking. Demons is ugly. I want to be handsome for the rest of my life, y'all. No. No, seriously, I wasn't on that. Just like now today, it's little shit and my fine shit. I'm not really with that, but I'm gonna let them slide. It's gonna die down too. They can't start. They literally cannot create anything new. They hide in the mountain, etc. Elite. Good luck with that. Exactly. Good luck with that when the Anunnaki come down and rain down. Baby, LA gonna be finished first. LA giving Sodom and Gomorrah. LA acting just like Sodom and Gomorrah. They're gonna be first to go. That's why all them earthquakes and all them fires and all that stuff be happening there. They're gonna be first to go. They don't think because they think they're untouchable. They think nothing's gonna happen because we can't do anything to them. Xavier, brother, can you pray for my family, for our protection? Thank you. I pray for all my supporters, and if you support me and you are of the light and of positive, and you wishing well wishes on me and yourself, I always wish everybody. I always pray for everybody every day. Everybody that's around me surrounds my energy. That's I pray for everybody. So your prayers are already, been sent. If you are of, of me, of my kind. Yes, amen. Mm-hmm. Pray every day to God and the ancestors. You gotta pray, y'all. I actually pray at 3:33 in the morning every day, even if I'm sleeping, as an alarm to wake me up. So if you guys ever see me on stream at that time, if you hear alarm going up, it's my time to pray. Uh huh. Thank you, thank you. Living in the veil is thin, 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 paper thin. The veil is giving this, y'all. There's videos. I think it's Travis Scott. So this is the only celebrity artist that I work with I don't like. I did fifth Super Bowl 53 here in Atlanta with him, Travis Scott. Uh, yeah, that's another story. But our spirits and our energy instantly didn't align. I instantly didn't like him. I don't know if he sensed my energy, but he just didn't wasn't nice. Looked down on us. Mind you, Adam Levine was there, Big Boy are there, legend, Big Boy from Outkast. Um, Legends were the nicest people ever. I've literally asked to take pictures with us. It was like, oh my god, could we? Adam Levine was like, could we take pictures with you guys to show my wife? Like, I'm doing super like that. That was so amazing. And Travis Scott was like the nastiest, rudest person ever, allegedly. I don't want to be sued because I believe I did sign an NDA or a Super Bowl. I believe it's up. Anyway, so Travis Scott had that concert. Y'all know about that concert years ago where we don't know what happened. People were sick, people got unalive, there was a lot happening. So people have like maybe a drone, maybe a captured image of the whole concert, y'all. And there's like a shadow like creature entity flying through like a ghost, but it's a black smoke just flying through. And literally, I watched the video. The girl was like, "Y'all, since y'all know so much, tell me what is this? Tell me what this is in the video." I'm like, "Right." Since they know so much, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna start blocking more because I just feel like if a content isn't for me, I'm not gonna respond. I'm not gonna comment on it because algorithm just gonna show that to me more. People that don't understand that content is just content, and you don't have to take it that seriously if you don't want to. But they're taking it too far. They're sending threats. They're calling people names. They're being disrespectful to other people in the comments. So guess what? I'm just gonna start blocking them. Like I'm not like mad at them not being hated, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. Just move on. I'm not the creator for you. There's millions and billions of other creators out there. Mm-mm. No, it's all right. Nothing going on. Rich B has everyone in a chokehold. He's writing a novel and getting traction to sell it. Not Rich B is writing a novel and building traction to sell it. You guys are hilarious. That's diabolical, right? It's easy just to scroll, yeah. And then I sometimes like, let people just have their opinion, but when you go to harass other people in the comments and you commenting, they think I don't see the comments. I'm gonna see rude comments from the same person that they're writing it 10 times. Like, are they dumb? So as soon as I see that, I'm just gonna block it. Like, it doesn't even make sense for me to even respond. And I'm genuinely not a mean person, but y'all, I'm a Leo. I can get there with you. And I just don't feel like it's necessary. At least not for the content I'm trying to do. It's low vibrational energy, and yeah, just stay away from me. Did y'all see the celestials descending to Earth the other day, disguised as meteors over Georgia? No, I did not see that, friend. I did not. People in the comments cannot be a vampire. Please, like, come on. Uh, I was about to respond to this comment. It's not rude, but I just feel like I don't have time to respond to stupid comments neither. Thank you. Thank you for the 16 rose gifted. I appreciate you. Um Amy. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Look it up. Meteors over Georgia last week. We have heavy hitters now falling to folk. Folk shit up. I'm gonna have to look it up. Meteor showers in Georgia. Definitely anything comes from uh upper space. I don't trust. I think it's sent from the government because they have their space station on the moon. So I don't know. We'll see. Oops. I heard the booms. You heard the booms? What? Hey, Rich. Rich is in the chat, guys. Say hi to Rich, y'all. W Rich. Yeah, so like I was saying, y'all, I don't have time to respond to stupidity and people being rude. We're just gonna go just blocking spree. Like if the content's not for you, it's not for you. You don't have to like, be rude to others. It's not that serious. Sounded like fireworks, but it wasn't. Over here? Y'all heard it over here? I hear it now. It's something rumbling in the sky. And it's clear day. I don't know what that is, guys. I couldn't tell you. Hi, we will be together soon. Me and Rich will be live. So you guys be ready for that. Rich, I have to send you these questions over. I'm gonna be professional. Send these questions over to you first, that me and the stream we came up with some really good questions. And hopefully you guys can go over it, you and Senor, and then we can get to the bottom of a lot of things going on in the world. Like, we have a lot of worldly questions of, you know, um, I told them let's not ask a lot about the Zayim Namtar because we're already going over it. We're already covering it. I'm already recapping for him. I told him I'm just a reporter. I'm just a supernatural reporter, just trying to report live and let everybody know what's going on. So I appreciate all the love for all my supporters. I love my support group. You guys are just like me, creepy, weird, funny, just truth seekers. And I love it that we seek the truth. You know, I've known since I've been a child, a baby, things didn't add up. Math wasn't mathing. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I told you guys in my past lives that I think I was like 5. I was in church, right? And I've been raised in the church. So literally my mom was married to a pastor at some point. So I was in Sunday school, right? And I loved creatures of lore then as well. So I went to the church, being a kid obsessed with dragons and dinosaurs. Went to the church, got my little baby Bible, read it back, front, side to side. And I asked the church, the Sunday school teacher, where's the dinosaurs? Where are they? Where are they? I don't see them. She didn't have an answer for me. She did not have an answer for me. That was my first inkling as a kid. Hey, you don't have the answer for me. Somebody else has the information. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. I was like, that's an issue. Okay. Second issue I had, mind you, I'm like 8 I was like 5, 6 at that time. Now I'm 8. I'm still in the church. Now I'm asking, okay, now we're going to school. Sunday school goes over Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel, correct? Cain and Abel, they got into it, one unalive the other one. Then it was Eve and her husband and one person? Huh? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make logical sense. So, of course, there had to be other people on the planet and the earth at that time. Who's or Eve had more kids with Adam, but why would they, if her and Adam had multiple kids, why are we just stopping the story at Cain and Abel? Very, very interesting. So, again, ask the Sunday school teacher, just like this, I'm talking to you guys about it. Mind you, I'm a kid at this point. They didn't have answers for me again. Again. Yo, I was over it. Now to find out as an adult, the Bible that we were reading has 66 books, and King Solomon had the people in Ethiopia with the Ethiopian Bible with 88 books. 88 books? Yeah. 88 books. So and the book of Enoch is one of them that goes over everything Rich is talking about. The giants and Nephilim, that whole creation of them. So yeah, I thought that was so interesting growing up and just being a skeptic and just not mathing to me. And just so you guys know, I'm gonna just start talking about it more. I haven't really talked about. I come from a very spiritual old family that knows and sees a lot. So that's kind of also how I got into this as well. You know, I come from an old Caribbean family that dates back to Barbados and then back to West Africa. So very small, not small, but very, you know, it's very informative. Yes, I read the book of Enoch. Everybody should read it. Exactly, literally, the story Rich is telling you guys is in the book of Enoch. Like, you guys have to like pay attention. So yeah, so those are the first 2 stories, guys, as kids. So then after nothing started adding up. Nothing was lining up for me. But I watched stuff like Roswell. That makes sense to me. Weird, like weird, but would make sense to me. The first Roswell, I don't even know when it came out. I might be with 10 at the time. And something like was clicking in my brain. That's when Rich talks about like the blood remembers. I'm like, this Roswell thing seems very real, very familiar, very real to me. And stuff like shows like Charmed, like not in those aspects, but like I don't know if you guys know what Charmed is, but it was a show about 3 sisters and their witches. I think it came out like 20 years ago. Very long. And one of my aunties, it was one of her favorite shows. I used to sit there and watch it as a kid. And it's not really a kid show, you know. But math was mathing in there. I don't know. Something wasn't, all of that stuff was, a lot of it was making sense. Watch Supernatural. A lot of the Supernatural show has a lot of lore in there. A lot of fake, but a lot of tea too. So, And y'all know me like well, if you're new here, you don't know I don't really watch TV. I literally only watch you guys recommendations. I don't watch TV, don't watch movies. I literally have play music on my TV. Y'all see me. I literally post content. I go stream all day. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Antoinette, you know, it's my sister's name. She's named after Marie Antoinette, but her name is Antoinette Marie. Yes, 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 yes. Right. So yeah, you guys want to hear some of the questions that me and chat came up with, me and the stream came up with for Rich and Senora M. So you guys can add any questions if you want, but we're not really asking any like vampires or Zaim Namtar questions because he's already going over them. So we're gonna probably get to it at some point anyway. And I feel like he covered a lot. And I want to know about the world, y'all, to be honest. We already knew they were creatures and entities. They just confirmed it. You know, we already knew that. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 3 dolphin gifted. All right. So question 1. So kind of my questions are open and then they add a little extra question at the end. So y'all notice, y'all see, I feel like I'm really a reporter in real life. I feel like I'm taking this persona seriously. All right, y'all ready? So question 1 is we've already seen giants. We've already seen giants, but what about dragons, werewolves, mermaid, other supernatural creatures, and how are you related? Right. Good question. Right. Okay, that's question 1. Question 2 is what are the pyramids really made for and who made them? So the who made them part, I feel like I already know it's the giants, but I just would like somebody else to say besides me, you know? So that's question 2. Can you guys procreate like us, like regular people? It was the Egyptians. It was the Egyptians, the same Egyptians, same size as us, was lifting those heavy tons of brick and putting them in those beautiful shapes and forms. Are you sure? All that architecture, us people our size, 6 feet and under. Yeah, no, that's impossible. That's impossible. To this day, we need our big machines and structures to build machines. No, no, it doesn't matter if they had hundreds of people to build them. Some of those doors are too big. There's too many weapons. There's sarcophagus that are found that are huge. There's swords that are found. Who are those swords? Who built those swords? Swords that are 10 feet tall. Who built those? Look it up. Look it up. Do your research first. Who that doesn't make any sense. And then pyramids. So you tell me hundreds of people all over the world. There's hundreds in. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. They're trying to check this to make sure I'm not AI. But so you're trying to explain to me that hundreds of people all over the world, mind you, there's hundreds and hundreds of pyramids all over the world. It's been proven, it's been shown. You tell me hundreds of people in every single group did that and there's no documentation of it anywhere? That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Uh yeah, but why would they do that? Do it the way they did? And that's one of my questions. Why did y'all make them pyramids and what are they there for? I think there's some type of beaker, some type of energy. I don't know if they was running some natural energy or something back in those times and those days, but I definitely think there's a purpose of them. I don't know if there was like, a landing spot for ancient aliens. I don't know, but it's just definitely not for what we thought it was. Um, and how did they know to line them up with the planets? Exactly. How will we know if we cannot see? We cannot see that far up without telescopes. They didn't have telescopes then. And mind you, they told us about the stars back then too when they didn't have telescopes. Who told them about the stars? How would they know without telescopes? And then, like she said, lining the pyramids up. There's just too much facts about pyramids that it cannot be man-made. It makes no sense. The doorway, yeah, the giant's doorway. The doorways are huge. How are we getting up there? There's no type of technology. There's no type of technology today that we could build a damn pyramid. It'll take millions and millions and billions of dollars. Yes, it's a lighthouse, but not for sailing. Oh, Amy. Amy, now you cooking. Now you cooking, Amy. Ooh. They're energy conductors. Yes. Those are all great theories. I think y'all might be right. They're like lighthouses, but not for sailing and energy conductors. Or they could be like, both of y'all could be right. They can be like a gas station, like a supernatural gas station. Think if you're flying or you're going through, the universes, there's certain stops to stop at. Why would we have all these pyramids? The same reason I feel like we'd have like anything that's like that in our world is like gas stations, fast food restaurants, those type of energies. So there's a reason they needed to have multiple and stop. It might be lighthouses and energy conductors, and they might be charged by the stars. Yeah, you're right. It might have to do something with the stars. Exactly, and they just stopped coming for a reason. We need to figure out. I mean, but the planet Nibiru is coming back, and we know the Anunnaki is on that planet. It is already proven by the scientists. They've seen it on their telescope that the planet Nibiru comes back every 3,000 years. So Anunnaki are on their way for sure if they're not here already. I say put the tops back on them, let them charge and see what's going on. Right. I don't think they even plugged in, friend. There's a way to plug them in. We don't know. I feel like they glow, they light up, they shoot up into the. I don't know. They do something. They might even. I wouldn't. We know we watch Transformers and they combine Transformers with ancient, alien, ancient technology. What if them things turn into ancient warriors or battle what's it called, like machines, like Transformers, that ancient aliens go in there, and I don't know, there's a reason why my cousin just sent me one in California. I didn't even know there was one in California. Look, let me show y'all. I kid y'all not. She was driving by in California and she saw a pyramid. I'm like, I've never heard of that pyramid. So now there's pyramids that we don't even know about. We never heard. This is in California, around Los Angeles. Y'all see it? What? In the mountain, in Cali. Be so for real, y'all. Enlarged into the mountain, y'all. Perfectly, beautifully structured still. Yeah. Yeah. That's wild. The older they are older than planes. There actually is hieroglyphic of planes, helicopters in some of those pyramids. They have cars, hieroglyphics of those. Those are all of that stuff I've researched. I've already seen. I dreamt I saw a giant woman walk past my place. You ain't dream it. You didn't dream it, friend. She might have really did. Maybe in the astral plane, in the astral world, but you definitely made contact. Like they said, the veil is getting very thin, so a lot of strange things are happening to us. Y'all gotta understand we're mixed with more than we know. Nobody's 100% of anything. That's what we do understand. You could take ancestry, you could take your DNA test, but there is parts of the DNA they're not going to tell you about that are mixed and interbred with different species, different humanoids, different alien species. So we're connecting with all different kind of things because we're higher species, we're higher beings, and we're aliens as well. We don't belong here. We're not from here. You know, we were placed here at some point, but we're not from here. As well as like the people beyond the ice wall. There's a whole another group of people. So I done did my research on the yesterday I had Neanderthals and the Devinosaurs or however you say them. That other human group they saw. I'm like, damn, they find a human group every day. But it's so interesting that these other humanoid groups was interbreed or could breed with us, but they wasn't the same human race as us, if that makes sense. So that just leads me to believe that just like the angels and the fallen, that they interbred, everybody was interbreeding with everybody. So we don't know what everybody, whatever, and all those abilities trickle down from angels, gods, and became demigods, and we kept trickling down to, and we already know melanin is already not it's kind of proven to come from an unknown species, an unknown population. It doesn't connect, and it's called ghost DNA. Look it up. I'm gonna do a video about it today, though, so you guys know how it applies to me. Larry, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think they are beacons, and when the tips are on, it emits energy that awakens higher beings. But I think the placement is specific. Yes. Do you think Karma you need to turn them around? Because we've seen a lot of Rubik's Cube type elements. Okay, bro, you can send me a private message, okay? I got you. So you know how some of the pyramids kind of look like Rubik's Cube, where they're in like triangular. What if like this has turned like this has turned like this has turned like this has turned, wow. And then the top pops out, and it pops out whatever energy it needs to emit to do whatever it needs to do. But also I believe like obviously man-made is made electricity, and I feel like those days they did have electricity is proven many times, but it was natural. We don't know how they did it, but there is a way. I feel like they did that with, or here's another theory. The tops of it could have been they need crystals. A crystal could have made, we already know the power of crystals. We already know they've been using crystals for thousands of years before we could even know what a crystal was. So what if certain crystals emit certain energies that are all placed on top of the pyramids or come out of the pyramids and do what it got to do? Dang, friend, there's a lot to be needs to be uncovered, but that's why. What question is that? That's why question 2 is about pyramids. We need to know. We need to know about the world. I know enough about vampires. Tell me about the world. No, I feel like when the tips is on, it moves on it's moon cycle. Do you think that's why it lined up with the stars? They're lined up. Wow, that's why it's technically elaborate, because it can't adjust itself. People get lost in those pyramids. There's still like doorways and openings they can't go through. Question here. What's your question, friend? So question 3 will be can you guys procreate? Like I want to know how the interbreeding process works. Question 4 is New Orleans. What's really going on there? That's the only, no, I don't want to say the only place in the US that's super, super spiritual and super, super known for something going on, but it's one of the top 5 probably, if not one. So What is different from New Orleans that than the rest of our cities and states? That's what I would like to know. My grandma and my dad used to say they would fight demons in their dream. Yes, that's the astral one. We're all in a there's an astral war going on, friend. It's been going on for a while, so yes, they definitely was probably getting active. Definitely probably fighting, running them fades. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna cut this a little bit. I feel like I want my fade to run a little higher. Sorry, random. Don't forget St. Augustine and Savannah. Right. Um Question 6 for Senora M. I want to know his thoughts on Hollywood and the so-called people that run it. We know all about the Hollywood. We know about Hollywood leads. We know. I want to hear the people that's older than the world. What's their thoughts on all of these people and what they got going on? I do think they're a different kind of entity. I don't know if other entities talk about other entities. I know Senior M is he doesn't really like to talk about like witches, that's normal. They're respected, so he doesn't like to really talk about that. And like Jesus, he speaks of Jesus very highly. Jesus is also very respected. So certain things is like more out of respect. And also everybody knows, nothing bigger and badder than the witches. So you don't want to ever play with a witch ever. Um 7. I want to know the people of Africa and the Caribbean descent. What is the difference between us? Like, why are we more spiritually connected? Why are we more divine? What happened in Africa that like what happened? I'm confused. What's the difference? Between us and them. Let me get my notebook. I like these topics and I could talk about it all day. Okay, Karma. I know that's right. Me too. I appreciate it. I live between them. Word. All right. Question 8. Vlad, fiction or non-fiction? Vlad the Impaler. I would like to know what's the word on Vlad. I've heard Vlad exists. I heard Vlad don't exist. I heard Vlad is still the boss. Vlad is running the game. Vlad is doing this. Vlad is doing that. I'd like to know. Is it true? True? You think it's true about Vlad? We'll see. We will see. Like if TikTok has to filter y'all comments, what are y'all writing? All right, 9. I want to know about the council and what could you tell us about them? We all know there's a council. There has to be a council. There's a council for everything, everybody, and all of us. So I want to know for his council, what's the tea? Tell us the vibes. Who's running? Well, I don't know if you're gonna tell us who's running it, but what are they doing? How they look at stuff? How did things go? Is there a big group of elders? Is it 100 all over the world, or is it like 12? I'm not gonna ask too much about the secret societies that protect the supernatural world because he said it's 333. There's amongst the world in different countries, states. They're all over. So I'm not really gonna ask about that because they're already talking about it. But I do want to know about the secret societies. But I have my own questions about my own family and their own secret society situation. So I do have my own questions. So these are just our group questions, but I have my own questions for B. And I may or may not share them. I don't know yet, but this is just me trying to learn myself more and get knowledge. All right. So question 10. I want to know about hunters and who funds them. Hunters, I do know the hunters are real, but tell us about them and who hunts them? I would like to know. I'd like to know. Okay, then I have a bonus question about the moon. We want to know what's going on at the moon. What is going on with the moon? What is the real moon? The military? What about the military? What you want to know about the military? Um, Military just like any other secret organization. So I feel like he's gonna tell us a cryptic answer. We needed something we need to get all the tea from. Asked about the werewolves about the moon. Werewolves in question one. I asked him. I said, "We've already seen giants, dragons, werewolves, mermaids, other supernatural creatures, and how are they related to you?" That's question number one. I feel like the hunters are funded from some of everyone. Ooh, karma. You think they funding the hunters with our taxes? You think so? Because they be putting a lot of bull. They like lie on them taxes on them paperwork. I still don't know what on them taxes I still pay. I still don't to this day. That's a good way to fund it. If you take 10 cents out of every check, out of every European or American or whatever, or African, wherever you live, South Africa, wherever, uh you can definitely fund the whole operation, you know? You can definitely fund it. It's included in defense budget. There's a defense budget in the taxes? If I'm paying for anybody to defend me, I would like a detailed synopsis and description of what I'm being protected to. That's where it's allocated to. That is wild. It's terrible. All right, y'all. So, um, next question 12 is life beyond the ice wall. Life beyond the ice wall. So I definitely want to learn about the life beyond the ice wall. Who's there? The people there. Is there? Clearly, I already know there are people beyond the ice wall and the life beyond the ice wall because they don't want us to go. If you can buy, you could take $1 billion and buy your own plane and start flying there, and they would pew pew your ass right down. Why? Why? I thought this is a free country. I thought you go wherever you want to go. So you guys own the air in the airspace. Didn't know you could own air. But okay. So I want to know what are they trying to hide from us? What is over there? So that are my few well, not my few, that is my brain bending questions I have for Rich B and Senora M. I will be sending those off, and then we will set up a live. Hi, how you doing? Paitlin, we're gonna be sending all those questions off to Rich B and Senora M to know what's going on in the world. So the interview with a vampire is getting. Thank you, Karma, for joining my TW Karma. Yeah, so I'm gonna post, let y'all know exactly when the live is gonna happen. I want to promote it like a week before. You guys think that's good? Like a week before, just so you guys, so you don't miss the post. I'm gonna post it on my story and on my page, but I want to set up a live event. I'm gonna get a thumbnail and everything, so we can all be in there at the same time. So we're gonna be going over all these questions, y'all, and more, of course. But I meant to look up the declassified files from the CIA. They have exposed alien place. They did. They have already confirmed. They have already admitted it. Do you guys have the Gaia app? It's well, you guys know how to spell Gaia. It's like Mother Earth Gaia. So basically, it's an app that tells you all the military secrets of the soldiers. There's interviews of them, what they went through, aliens, different type of creatures, They've also have a space station on the moon that they say they train. They have supernatural abilities up there. Those soldiers, kind of like a spin on what's it called? The one that's on TV on Avengers, Captain America, but more powerful. He said there's a way that they like die and blow up, but unalive and come back. But you have two bodies. He's like one body, like think of like the Matrix, which is crazy to even say, but yeah, think of the Matrix. He's basically said like their consciousness, like he has two consciousnesses. Like he has that one body sitting there with him, but he has another consciousness on the moon that's training, and he can remember how many times he got unalive, blown up by like training, and they just pieced them back together. So what I'm thinking, those military soldiers, and first of all of them are passed down to military families. So I think that's crazy when your grandfather, your grandfather, your grandfather, your grandfather was part of the military. Like what? I don't trust people like that. Like y'all go back too far for me in the military. So what I think is that they clone their military soldiers at young. They take one to the moon to train, and they keep one down here to do whatever. So then they have these flashes in their brain because their consciousness, you can't like clone somebody like that. Like your consciousness and their brains, start meshing, and he started remembering flashes. So serious too. Go look it up. It's on the Gaia app. He starts remembering flashes of another life until he puts two and two together that these motherfuckers got another separate me up there. And and then he said that body was bigger than his actual body, stronger, like taller, like maybe like giant size. It was a lot was going on. I'm gonna have to go back. This was a few years ago. I told you I've been into this kind of content for a long time. I just now openly start talking about it, but I had to delete the app because a lot was going on. Oh, my light went down. But yeah, so I'm gonna put you guys onto that for sure, that app, and give you guys some stories from there because the Gaia app is telling top tier tea. They constantly talk about alien encounters. So, and they're all retired, high government official soldiers. Nobody's like a lower rank or lower level. So there's no reason for them to lie or make this up. But they do want to, like, as they're getting older, they want to let people know what's really going on and what's really good. So I think that's really admirable of them. Tongue twisters. It's crazy. So yeah, those are the questions I have for Senora M. Then I have mine. So it's gonna be a very interesting Sunday for content day. Very, very interesting Sunday. Are you very psychic? What do you mean, sis? What do you mean by that? Right. Let's see what comments we got. Baby, the aliens and this, and we don't know what most walks among us. Exactly. They've been in hiding. Vampires don't age, so this can't be true. Everything ages. Everything ages just differently. They said vampires don't age. Yes, they do. Everything ages just differently. That's like saying a tree don't age. Just because a tree could live hundreds of years. Y'all think trees are the only thing that can live hundreds of years? Most trees are even that's young and like our age anyways are little small trees. The big trees are the ones with the numbers on them. Vampires are based off Jews. What? I'm not even responding to that. I just feel like that's low key crazy to say. You know, I'm talking about my Jewish friends like that. Ray, what's up, Ray? Oh, now somebody wrote all white people are. How TikTok let these comments go through? All white people are vampires. Just look what they doing, son. How did TikTok let this comment go through? Ignorance is crazy. The Book of John. Hola, hola. Is you talking about you named yourself after the Book of John on the Bible, or your name is John? Michael, thank you for the follow. Do you think there are vampires in politics? No, not really. I don't feel like they would care about petty little stuff like them politicians care about. And politicians don't got no like. I feel like they're like a little bit of the higher than politicians. They're more wealthier. Politicians, some of them, they don't really got. They're living off us, off our little wages. The vampires only they're rich enough forever. They don't need to live off anybody's wages anymore. But I don't think they would care about petty and all the weird and evil things they got going on. What's up? What's up, Jamal? What you mean look at his screen? Where you been at? Why you haven't been on Twitch? Oh y'all, make sure y'all my Twitch is the same name as I put it in my bio when you guys got on the live. But make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I talk about this more in depthly, because certain things we can and we cannot say on these apps. So make sure you sub up. I go there. It's live, unfiltered. It's for the grown folks. So bring your little drink, bring your little puff, and sit down and let's chat. I don't feel like politics are real. I feel like everything is rigged for sure. For sure. It's definitely a distraction from whatever else is going on they're trying to hide. For sure. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. What powers do they have, if any? What powers do they have, if any? John, that's a great question. Let me write that down for to ask Senora M in my questions. We have questions for the interview I'm doing. Well, me and Rich are gonna go live, so we're gonna answer a lot of questions and lot that you guys have a lot to say. Connor, don't play with me. What powers do the Zaire? Because they don't like being called vampires. That's a made-up name we made. So Zaire Namtar. What powers do the Zaire Namtar withhold? Is that how you withhold? And what can they do? I'm gonna reformat all the questions later on. That's bad, Connor. That's not good for you. Do you think celebrities are look at how Paul Revere from the Revolutionary look with Jack Black? I do think definitely think there's some in Hollywood, but I don't think it's the same as Senora M. Senora M told us that there was one type of like vampire race, and then that started in the beginning of the time, and then two bloodlines split off, and the other one feeds off more of negative energy, negative emotions, and they feed off more positivity. So yeah, I think Hollywood would have a lot of, like, of the negative emotion ones that feed up there. I posted a video about how we put the vampire fangs on. Okay. I don't even think vampires have fangs, to be honest, in real life. I think that's just an aesthetic, and that's something that they started to be funny and just kept back. Gaming, what's up? I have the same exact fangs as Nick. Your fangs could pop in and out, in and out. And doll baby, what's with the running fast videos? Because I sped up my videos, and my running fast don't look like that. And when his dad runs in, he's like talking at a normal speed. So how do they edit that? It is strange how Senior M was watching Rich B before he even visited his shop. He was summoned. Right. I mean, that these creatures and entities are on social media too, friend. They like entertainment, especially TikTok is more like fun. We more fun. There's more storytelling. It's like it's more of one of the funner social medias. It's not like we're very really not like weird stuff on here. You can't like do anything on here, so they like entertainment. They hate to be bored. They like amusement. So I feel like he saw Rich's video. First of all, Rich went viral, so of course a couple vampires probably saw it. The video went 15 million views or more, so that's crazy in itself. And basically, that type of energy would attract any of us. Like if I've seen that video of Rich posting that he might have seen Gabriel or Angel, I might have followed him off of that too. So he was following him off of that, and then seeing he was in Florence was like, oh, okay, but we're like, we're human, so we thought it was creepy, and so they're Rich, and then it just happened not to be like that, but he's very cryptic, how he talks, and it's so funny that you can always tell a vampire is old because they kind of don't know how to interact with today's humans. you know Today's people, we're a little different, we talk a little different, we act a little different. So he just invited the man to dinner and we're like, he's trying to eat you. He is trying to eat you. Run. Run. Okay, friend. I read your comment 3 times. You don't have to say it again. Please do not spam the comments. I'm on live. I will see you later. Please. My doctor says I'm obese. Connor, stop it. Didn't we talk about this? Are you working towards it? What do I do? I don't know what that means. I can't spell. I can't read. I don't know what that means. DIH. I don't know what that is. Chaz. Hey Tay, what's up? Jacob. You think you met some, Tay? Where'd you meet them at? I'm still waiting for second part. Second part of what? Jacob, all the videos I posted, they're up. What you missed the part? How'd you miss the part? What would you do if you were a vampire? Okay, can vampires turn other vampires? I would have never been a vampire, so I wouldn't think I would be a vampire. And can vampires turn people in? No, they can't. I think I told you guys this before in my videos. You guys got to go back and watch my videos. You can't, if you're not of the bloodline, you can't be of the bloodline, if that makes sense. You're not of their bloodline. You have to be of their bloodline. Ray Ray. Mm-mm-mm. You watched the last video I posted. Yeah, that was the final. That was the final part until today. That's not part 2. That's part 15 is the last video. That's part 15. Why you said part 2? That must be a lot. That must mean there are a lot of them. Not necessarily, no. Because there are species and ancient species older than time itself. Started when before we were even writing pen to paper. So a lot of them got unalived. A lot of them, throughout time, because they don't live forever. And then the hunters. Let's not forget about them. The hunters. Hi, Vane. All right, you guys. Oh. All right, y'all. Do like a few more minutes. Then I'm going to get off of here so I can start doing my content for the day. Post this content. Get it all out because I got a lot to say. Get on up. I'm such a TikToker. It's bad. Like, I love a good TikTok dance. I'm not even going to hold you guys. Those are my filler episodes. Those are my time to just have fun and show you guys. Let's smile. Let's have fun. Sometimes let's not take everything so seriously in life. That's why I do them purposely. Because, yeah, we're going to have fun too over here. It ain't going to be serious over here. When you come here across the street, when you leave your house to come over here, we going to have fun. Is there Ellie in California? Yes. I went over, I talked about California a little bit earlier, but yeah, there's pyramids. Of course, in California. California has Hollywood. Hollywood has all of the entities. California. I think Los Angeles is about to be the next Sodom and Gomorrah. And about to be shut down. 43.9 thousand followers. Thank you guys so much. I'm about to hit 44. I appreciate y'all. That must mean there are a lot of them. Is it in California? Central California for sure. Angelina Jolie definitely gives off something. I don't know what she is. She scares me. She definitely gives off. So let's go through a few Hollywood people that give me a vibe. Keanu Reeves give me a vibe. Don't know what he is, but y'all let me know. Keanu Reeves, Angelina Jolie, Hugh Hef, if he did, it did pass on. That's not confirmed. Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian mom, Kim Kardashian. Just put the whole Kardashian actually in there, the whole clan. Taylor Swift. Yeah, Hugh definitely, even Holly Madison. Ooh. Yeah, for sure. Who else gives me really weird vibes in Hollywood? I don't know. Drew Barrymore gives me, I don't know what the vibe she gives me. She gives me something. I don't know what it is. Drew is just a little quirky, a little different, but there's something about Drew I can't put my finger on. Mm, who else? Kevin Hart. Mm, Kanye West. Well, I follow Kanye West for since his first album, uh, the Dropout, the College Dropout. Megan Fox for sure. Her and Machine Gun Kelly. Look at them. So Kanye West, I've been following him and I actually work with him as well, which is crazy how life works out, and how the universe is really very very small. So I've been following, been a Kanye West fan since a kid, college dropout, followed all his music till I got to adult and I was able to work with him. So here's my thing with Kanye. So I did sign an NDA with Kanye West. So just know there's certain things I can say and cannot say. But I will say this, hypothetically and allegedly speaking, I don't think that is Kanye. I think Kanye I'd have been taken, even potentially maybe unalive, hypothetically and allegedly speaking. And because here is my proof. So like I told you guys, I've been following Kanye West down for my whole entire life. Kanye West, started to get away from the Kardashians, which we already know what they are. Uh, People are saying they seen him in Skid Row. I wouldn't be shocked. So boom, right? He's trying to get under the hold from Kris Jenner and that whole League of Witches. Boom, right? Kanye West started working with a videographer, a director, just doing like a documentary type of film, but exposing a lot of Hollywood, exposing. He said he did videos about he sacrificed his mother. He wants to get out of this. Like he did many. Obviously, I saw how he publicly exposed Balenciaga and the pictures and the images with the kids. So all of that happened. Kanye West wouldn't shut up for a minute. Like I don't know if this was like a month at a time or just 1 year, but I remember it so clearly. And he was like, "Watch when I drop this doc. Watch it drop this documentary." So I'm waiting, y'all. I told you I'm following the man my whole entire life. Next thing I know, Kanye disappears cold turkey. Uh, that hasn't like said anything media wise. Media wise, he hasn't posted anything. Don't know where he is. The guy that he was doing a documentary comes out like he didn't hear from Kanye in so long. He mind you, they're doing a documentary. He talks to Kanye every single day. They film almost every single day. They have conversation, but he's revealing a lot of tea in this. I remember my best friend taking me to Kanye first concert in Florida. Yes. I feel bad for him for real. The person out there needs definitely a clone. Yeah. So boom, right? So the guy that's doing the doc that talks to him every single day he's like, I talked to Kanye every day for 3 months straight. And I haven't spoke to him for a month. So he's like, he's been contacting him. So when Kanye gets back to him, Kanye's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, what do you mean? Hey, what's up? I've been looking for you. We have a project we're doing. Like, and we have to drop it. It's like it's finished, and I need you to, sign up. I'm done editing it. I'm ready. We're ready to expose the industry. We're ready to expose. Kanye's like, no. First he said Kanye didn't even know who he was or who he was talking to on the phone. That was alarming to me. That was the first alarming thing. He didn't even know. So then he explained to himself who he was again. And Kanye was like, oh, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Allegedly. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing the doc. We're not doing that anymore. Okay. So I'm over here like, even I heard myself, Kanye talked about it in video. So I'm over here very baffled and very confused. Because where's all the tea you said you was gonna spill? So then Kanye gets with his new wife. Bianca, right? Is her name? Maybe. So if you look it up, Google this, all public information. She is about 5'11, 5'10. She's a model. Correct? Okay. Go look up the pictures of Kanye and her walking the streets. Y'all remember that time when Kanye was walking the streets barefoot? He had those sock shoes. I have a pair of them. He was slightly always taller than Bianca. Mind you, she's 5'11. She's almost close to 6 feet. She's a model. Kanye's now, so that's putting Kanye at 6 feet if he's taller than her, correct? Everybody know Kanye is not that tall. Everybody in the industry knows Kanye is not that tall. Then y'all go back and look at videos and pictures of him and Kim Kardashian. They're almost the same height. He might be this much taller than her. Kim is 5'4". I'm like, how could Kim Kardashian be 5'4" and Kanye be just a little bit taller than her? Maybe like 5'6", 5'7". Bianca is 5'10", 5'11". Kanye is over Bianca with no boots, with flat shoes flat on the ground. I said, bro, that's not him. That's not Kanye. I'm good. I'm good off of it. Then after that, this weird stuff came out. Kanye's back with Balenciaga. He's cool with them again. He's saying random things. He got his daughter on the record, and at the grown people show with Young Thug, and just like I just don't think that's him anymore. I don't know where he went. I don't know if they got him in alignment, but Kanye is just a public figure. They could have never got rid of him, so they had to replace him. But I don't think they had enough time to work on the clone, or they didn't think people would pay close attention enough. So I post on my Instagram story that I'm like, this isn't Kanye. Kanye is not this tall. That's all I wrote. I got flagged for it. I literally got flagged. I've never got flagged like something like that on Instagram. To this day, I think I'm still shadow banned. Yep. To this day. So, yep. Why are they playing in our faces? Do the clones even have souls? That's another good question. I don't know if they're genetically modified, that they put like an AI inside of them and tell them to act like this person based on the knowledge they learn or what's in the, but I remember when there was when I was a kid, cloning used to be a regular thing. They used to talk about it on the news all the time. Remember there was a sheep, a Sally or something, or sheep or something they kept cloning. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know, but there was back in the day, there was a sheep they were trying to master cloning. They kept talking about a sheep. Then they got to dogs. Then they got to mastering it. Then cold turkey, we don't hear nothing about cloning no more. Nothing. It's not to be talked about in the media. It's not in the news. After they put cloning in our face 1,000 times over. Well, that's the crazy part. So I don't trust these people. I don't believe shit they gotta say. And I'm gonna find out my own information on my own. I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna just come and run back here and tell y'all every time. I'm snitching. I'm telling y'all what I found out. Connor. Please look into Nathan Reynolds, the Confessional Podcast. Let me know what you think. Matt and Nat, is this a 2-person page or is this a 1-person? Matt and Nat, is that 1 person or is that 2? I just like to know who I'm talking to, so I just respond. Nathan Reynolds, the Confessionals Podcast. Okay, I have it down. I have it written down here. It's right here. And I'm gonna look at it, but I'm not watching nothing about no devil friend. I gotta go scroll a video of different. I can look at warlocks. I try not to watch too much of the demon stuff because I don't play with them spirits going in my spirit. I think we are summoned by clones now. Already mountains. Oh, surrounded. I'm like, I don't have my glasses on. Surrounded by clones for sure. For sure. Definitely surrounded by clones. Because where they at? What happened to them? They was cloning dogs and everything, and people were paying money to get their dog that passed away clone. I remember. Yeah, they're not gonna make me forget. And I just don't think they realized that, we were gonna have the internet and we were gonna, get together and we want to start putting pieces together and just start learning. Some things don't make sense and some things make sense, you know? So the stuff they lied about, I just feel like in the past maybe it would have worked, but it wouldn't. It just they didn't work on it very well. They didn't take their time to master with social media. They didn't take time to master these lies, you know? They keep slipping up and getting caught in their lies. Yes. Yes. You may enjoy peep the last podcast, the Founders Club. You may enjoy talking about how people get recruited for stuff. Okay. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Thank you, friend. I love when you guys give me recommendations. But then you guys put me down rabbit holes. And I can't be down rabbit holes all day, every day. Look, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. Damn near day almost done. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Well, tomorrow's Monday. I had to have a bunch of content finished because I'm going to be busy working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I want to make sure I get my content out because this is more important to me than them other people's job. Because y'all, I'm trying to be a full-time content creator, so I'm quitting. I might be quitting on live with y'all. I'm quitting that shit. Not right now. I'm working on a way out though. Connor, what you seen online? It's okay, Connor. It's normal. Jamal is so funny. And then talking about you vaping. How you gonna be talking? Boy, don't make me mad. You got a lot too much going on today. Jamal on deck can be fine. Babe, I wouldn't play with him. I don't know if you see next to his name, but he's a mod. So I wouldn't really play with him. You could play with me a little bit like that, but I wouldn't play with him a little like that. He is a mod, so well, tread at your own. You know, you guys are crazy. You talk to mods crazy. Me, I might just let the comments slide or pass, but they don't let. They sometimes don't let stuff slide. That's hilarious. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here so I could go film some content for you guys. And I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna talk to Rich B, send him over these questions for Senora M. And I'll be back on live tonight, my regular time, 1 a.m. So tune back in and make sure you guys follow my Twitch. I'm gonna probably stream throughout the day on Twitch, but I won't be on this back until 1 a.m. But definitely follow up. It's the same name, Cube Oxley on Twitch, and then we could chat about this stuff all day because I can talk about this all day. All right. Jamal's so funny. He's laughing. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, gang. And I'm gonna catch y'all later. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, Jamal.